Hello everybody and welcome back to Megastore Simulator. If you saw the previous video, you'll know that we were getting on with our sports section. We should hopefully finish it today. I've just bought some stock for the store, and unfortunately I'm now down to $4,434. I'm not 100% sure I've got enough money to finish it. We may have to open, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully I have. I don't need that many more shelves. It depends how expensive the products are, but it can't be that expensive, surely. But we'll see. We may have to open. But that's fine. So they're restocking, or they should be, once they've unloaded the truck and getting on with filling the store, so we can carry on with what we're doing here. And then hopefully towards the end of the video, I'll try and get a couple more bakery shelves in there, and we'll get a couple more bakery items on the go as well. All right, let's move some stuff out of the way, because just here, I want these double racks for the vitamins and all that sort of stuff. Fish oils, things like that. Which I'd still like to put downstairs in the grocery section. At the moment, we just simply wouldn't have the room down there anyway with this type of shelving. But it is something to keep in mind for the future. Like if we ever get a sort of a more filled out medication aisle where there's, you know, bandages, plasters, all that kind of stuff, then this sort of stuff would fit perfectly on there. Along with your toothpaste or your personal hygiene, and then you've got like some stuff like this on there as well. That would make quite a bit of sense. Painkillers. Just put them all on the side. Right, so we might as well just fill these in. I imagine. Oh, they're a lot bigger than I expected. They are a lot bigger than I thought they were going to be basket items. I'm very surprised that they're not basket items. And also, what are they? So that's like, I guess, paracetamol? I guess. That's $51 for some painkillers? What crazy money. That's crazy. $51 per one. I don't know how many pills you get. I suppose. You'd want a lot of pills for that money. Alright, one of these is going to double up. It's going to be this one. I don't think we need to double up on that. I'm a bit concerned by the 15s, to be honest. But I don't have the room to be doubling up on all of those. So we'll just do it like that, I think. Right, so all of that section is finished. So if you didn't see the previous video, I put all my balls at this end. And then the equipment you use with all of the balls generally just here. Bags for your equipment at the end. And then you've got your camping gear. Binoculars and things like that, and then you've got your pain medication, all that kind of stuff down here at the end. Unfortunately, that's left me with hardly any room for the rest of it. So we'll see how we go just here. The helmet. So even though this is that kind of racking, I figured the helmet and the football boots here would be kind of go well with the gloves and stuff like that. I'm gonna put my short hangers. Put them along this wall, maybe. Don't know how long it is until I get the next upgrade up here. What that does, I'm not sure. Does it take this bit away? I got a feeling it takes this wall down. It would actually be quite handy. Just place stuff first, then we'll check when we go and put an order in. But I'm probably a long way from getting the next store expansion, to be honest. Right, these are all long hangers. So they're things like skateboards and stuff, aren't they? Don't want to block sight lines, but we may end up doing so. How does that look like that? It's a bit tight for there, isn't it? That's my concern. Come over slightly. Okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. Makes it tight for getting around, doesn't it? Yeah, I think the long hangers are going to have to come down here a little bit. But I could put like a long hanger. They don't need to be all pushed up, maybe. They could be something like that. So you've still got a gap. Maybe that would work. I don't think I've got enough of them, though. we'd have to double go them because I don't think there's like 4 skateboards you're going to get on there unless they all go on. I don't know. We'll have to buy some stuff. Just get them out of the packaging. Buy some stuff and see. I mean, if necessary, I can just do that with it. And then you've still got a walkway down here. We'll see. Right, let's get some stuff and then we'll have a better idea, I think. All right, let's buy all the short hang stuff first. So, short hanger, short hanger. So that's you. Got all of this stuff. We've largely finished, to be honest with you. That's long hanger, short hanger. That's short as well. That's short. All right, so that's all of the short hanger stuff. So there's not that much short hanger, is there? Might be able to get rid of a short hanger shelf, perhaps. I've only got $2,000 left. I think we might end up opening and then finishing this off later. Although I've probably got some cash in the vending machines. $1,000 in there. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We're affluent again. Here we go. Oh, look at this. We've got bags of money. Didn't pick it up after yesterday. So that's giving me some playing around money. It's okay. We might be able to finish it before opening. I'd like to finish it at least before opening. I'd like to get some stuff on the shelves, actually, as well, as in the storeroom, so that people don't just wipe us out immediately, but we might have to suck it up for a day. How many of these go on? You don't get loads of those, do you? But you get quite a few racks there on a short shelf. Which is not bad, is it? So you get 3 on, I think? No, you get 4 on. So that's 12. 4, 8, 12. So that's 16. That's 16 boots. Do we need any more, do you think? 16 could be enough, couldn't it? Thinking space-wise here. Then weirdly, we could have some table tennis rackets, which again, you get a lot on. Yeah, I don't think we need to use like 1 per thing, do we, here? I quite like the fact it's in a 4, though. Goalkeeping gloves. And then we can put our mitts just beneath. Those mitts look tiny. Right, so that all works quite well, actually. That's done. That's opened up some space here. I could. I don't think we need these. I might sell those then. Put these down here. Like so. That opens up a bit of space just there. So we'll box this up because I don't think... I'm going to need those, so we'll go and sell these, get a bit of money back. That's handy, because in that far end, there are a couple of pieces of equipment that I would like. Why am I not allowed to unload those in this bin? What? I thought you could sell these in here. They have to be off of your... You have to do that by hand. Yes, you do. There you go. Right, yeah, so there's a couple of pieces of equipment that would also look good down there. So, for example, the tennis rackets. Potentially. And the bow on the long hangers. We've got the bow and the tennis racket next. So, though they're kind of where I've got all the other stuff, like the baseball bats, though, aren't they? Really? It's a little bit weird where I'm going to be placing them now. So they would look better along there somewhere, so maybe they do go up there. It's a shame they're not part of the same shelving. That would be very handy if they were part of the same shelving family. They need to go on with these, don't they? Right, how many do you get on? Quite a lot, actually. Debatable whether I would actually need to double do them or not. The bow is a very unusual item, actually. Probably don't need to do that either, but where would they go? You see, I think they would go well just around here somewhere, wouldn't they? Just for the style of item that they are. So maybe across from those, I think they would look better like that, maybe. And then if we leave a large enough gap, I'll keep some sightline through. I think that's probably the way to go. Don't know what I'm going to put at the end. We might find something. Alright, let's purchase the rest of the stuff I need. So, long hanger is what we're looking for. So basically it's anything that's not on so far. Which I think is just hockey girdle belt. Just those things, isn't it? Yeah, it's just those things. So we've got 6 things. And I've got 2 shelves remaining. Could double up with some. Just buy 2 more shelves. We can always buy some shelves at the end. I'm going to buy this mannequin as well. And what I've not done yet is purchase, and I don't know if this is just decoration. I don't know if this has any use. I haven't got any fitting rooms either, so I want to get 2 fitting rooms as well. Because we've got a tiny bit of playing around money. I don't think they serve any purpose to the game at all, do they? But, or maybe they do. But it's kind of the only decoration there is in the game at this point. And my fitting rooms, obviously they're for the clothes, really. But I think I might put my fitting rooms here or something like that, because I just don't have the room over there. I didn't account for them at the time. I think eventually fitting rooms and some other things like that will go along there. We'll probably have some fitting rooms, and that's probably as well where I might have my upstairs checkouts as well, along there somewhere. I think that's going to be like a wasted area. I can't think that I'll have any room, and it could be spillover for extra clothes and stuff should they come to the game. If they don't, then it's, yeah, kind of wasted space. Alright, let's put in some fitting rooms first. So let's put my... How big are these? Big, but not huge, are they? Would be better if I could fit them in over here somewhere, but I just don't know where I would put them. It's very tight. I didn't plan for them. I should have done, really, because I knew they were there, but I just never planned for them. The sports mannequin, I want him guarding the entrance here. He can stand just here. He can guard the sports. There we go. He can stand there, so as you walk into the sports, it's like, yes, you're in the sports section. Nice that he wears some of the stuff. I like that. Shame I can't dress him up in some other things as well. But maybe that will come at some point. Let me just get the remaining fitting room. They may move. I'm not keen on them being so close to the checkouts. They might move, but for now, that's fine. Right, so what are these skateboards? How do they go on? Not bad, but I think I'd probably want an entire one for each skateboard, just to keep stock levels up. In an already far away place from the storeroom. I think I'm going to need another shelf. All right, where do we want these? Now, these could all go up that far end, actually. These skateboards. Instead of blocking all of the sites. We can put our hockey girdle. This can go over there. On a shelf. Along with the other thing. The dartboard. It could go across from it or on the wall. Might as well just go across from it, I think. Probably want more dartboards. I don't know. Is that going to be enough? What do you get? 8? Is that 8 on a rack? Probably, right? It might be enough, but I feel like they might sell out. But they're in the right sort of area, at least. That's fine. Let's just work on these skateboards then, and we can finish up and actually open. So if I'd leave another gap just here. Then put another one there. I think that'll look okay. It's not too bad. So I just need one more of those and then we're finished. So got just enough cash, I think, I hope, to purchase one of everything. So it can have some place in the shelving. Let me just purchase the shelf first. So we'll go with a long one of those. Get this. Get that on, and then I'll purchase one of absolutely everything. And hope that 6,000 is enough for that. I will leave this down here. I don't need to take that up with me. Right, that should be it then. I think we are finished with the sports section. It's not too bad. How are the sight lines there? I don't mind that so much. It's okay, because you can still see through. Come over to the other side. It's not great having just like solid shelving coming this way, but it's okay. Might look different once we've colored it. Do that when we're open. We'll sort some color out. It's not bad. It's not. I don't want this filled, but I don't. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be a permanent place for all of the sports anyway. I think we'll end up moving it at some stage, but it's got it all on for now. I'm quite happy with that. All the prices are indeed set already, so all I need to do is just purchase one of each, if we can. So we've got them in the warehouse. You can always open for a few minutes, of course, to afford this. I think the stock will run a bit dry on some of these today. But I don't mind that so much. I think that was everything. Never quite sure, because sometimes you click it and it doesn't actually register, but I think we've got everything there. Unfortunately, it is far too expensive, so we're going to need to open up. But if I make sure that comes to dock 1 on a pallet, we can open up. And in fact, actually, with my mod running, it doesn't necessarily matter, because the unloaders don't need to do anything with that. We're getting them on pallets anyway, aren't we? So we'll open up. Are we happy with those there? I'm not convinced that I'd like them there. I mean, obviously, ideally, they'd be over with the clothes. You don't just want them in the middle here. You don't want people coming up the escalator and the first thing they see is somebody, you know, if they haven't quite closed the curtain properly, trying on some clothes, and you come up and, oh, what am I seeing? You don't want that, do you? So, because they do look a bit flimsy, don't they? They don't look the best. Not the best changing rooms I've ever seen in the world. Yeah. I mean, at the moment, it probably is the best place for them, because I've just got nowhere else. I think eventually, once that all comes down, maybe we'll have them over there. Or that will create some room, maybe. If that does come down, I can shift some of this stuff and have them up here. I think this end. Although to be honest with you, once those checkouts are not there anymore, that could be the area for them. And if any, I mean, not that we've got any sporting clothes, but if we had sports clothes as well, people would come in here to try them on as well. But my big question is, does anybody actually use them? Or are these just purely decorative? I think they're just decorative, aren't they? I don't think there's a bonus for anybody. There should be. You should get extra money. Like, if you've got these, people pay you a tip or something. They pay an extra $1 or something on their clothing, or their likelihood to buy an item. So they walk in and they're not sure about an item. So they go and try it on, and then they go, you know what, this fits nice. I'm going to buy this. So that gets you an extra sale by having these. That would be good. Anyway, it all seems to be working well up here. We need to colour that shelving, but I'll do that in a second. I want to try and gather some quick cash. Not much to go at in here, have we? But we might as well take it while it's there. It was 17 grand, wasn't it? Be able to afford all the stock. Just takes a few minutes to get started. So the next thing to do is bakery. I'm going to start on with the bakery. Obviously, we've not got a lot of room down there, but I'm going to move it down there and try and get some more bakery stuff on the go, which we can do hopefully towards the end of today. At least get it started. The licenses are very cheap. We're still at the beginning of the game here. Look, $300, $400. So we can easily get a few of these items on at the end of today. So we'll do that. And some more equipment and stuff as well. I need, don't I? So we need, I think the one oven will be fine. I've only got one guy anyway. I think one oven will be fine. We just need some bakery shelving and some trays, which do come with full trays now, I believe. So that shouldn't be an issue. All right, let's colour this. Should we colour this area in while we're... Let's go on this colour wheel a second. Bring this down here. So I had these in black, I think I did, didn't I? If I take away the full brightness of this, I had these in black. I'm tempted by black and white bakery. Like, do the walls white down there and have a black and white bakery. Have a look to see how that would be. I think I've got a pure, and if I press the right button, I've got a, why is that not coming up anymore? Come on, game. Right, I think I've got, yeah, pure white. If we just have pure white down there and have a black and white bakery. Get rid of this horrible blue stripe. That'll have to stay that color because that paints as a whole unit. So it's whatever color you want your escalator, it just paints both sides of it all the way around. So you can't have that as individual colors. All right, shift you down here a little bit. There you go. Go for a walk. So far end, we could have the oven, and we'll have all the trays and stuff. We can have all of these running along just there. And then I quite like that the way it is, but we're going to have the bakery is massive. We can't do this. I think we're going to have to run it all down the wall there. Now can he stack it? Has to stand behind it, doesn't he? It's quite annoying, actually. Wish he could front load only. I mean, it's good that you can load from the front and the back, and it makes sense for him to always load from the back and things like that. I do wish it could be front loaded as well. So we'll have a run of them down there, I think.
It looks freshly baked.
It is freshly baked. He's hard at work, is my baker. Works very hard. Can now afford our stuff, so we'll have all of this to dock 1, and I'll deal with that because my unloaders have now gone home. Yeah, so I have a black and white bakery down there. That will change dramatically, I would say, over the course of the next several videos, because this space just isn't where it's going to end up because of all these walls coming down. For now. As long as we've done that, until the new stuff arrives, which won't be that long. Oh, they haven't finished, have they? Ah, there's still stuff in here. I can't believe the unloaders hadn't finished. They must... Why haven't they finished that? There it is. That's weird the unloaders have not finished that. It's also weird that restocker there just seemed to disappear. Did you see that? Just dump these out. I don't know why they didn't unload this. Surely they had enough time. Maybe not. There's got so much stuff still to go. I think they went on strike there. Which is not the first time that's happened. Or they got caught in a loop. I've had that before, where they get caught in a loop where they go in and they pick stuff out, and then they get caught in a bit of a loop where they put it on a shelf and then take it off the shelf and walk around in circles for a bit. I've had that before. And I've had some interesting stuff. You saw the restocker there went into the floor. I've had it before as well, where the restocker just appeared from up here. I wish I was recording. And just came down here because they were on the escalator, but for some reason they've been drawn in just here. And then they were coming through the staff room there, riding an escalator. I've got loads of stuff. Oh, all of this stuff needs to be... Oh, it's all going wrong. Luckily, I think all of this stuff should be taken care of by the restockers pretty quickly. I only bought, because we didn't have much money coming into the video, I only got stuff that we were kind of really needing and stuff that was going to sell out pretty quickly. So lots of vending machine stock, for example, because that sells out really quick. So that should all get cleared up pretty quickly. It's not too much of a problem. Can all go on. So this bit's easy for me now. I can just press T and it will fly onto empty shelves. If you order everything by pallet, of course, you can do that anyway. And you can alleviate the need for any unloaders. But it does mean that you obviously have to keep in here pressing T. And I don't like to do it too much because I'm not 100% sure if some of my stock issues that I have come from flying it onto the shelves that way. So I don't do it too often, actually. Just let the unloaders do it. Right, we'll head back out there in a moment. So I've got shelving to colour upstairs, haven't I? I can press T from anywhere. It's just knowing when they have arrived. Alright, so that's going to be the bakery then. So we'll probably end up doing that next time, but I might buy some shelving at the end of the day. For it, at least, and get some stuff. But let's colour this then. So what colour do we want it up here? For my sporting equipment. So we've got red, we've got green, we've got blue, we've got like a woodeny browny color, we've got yellow and green over there. What color would look good over here, do we think? Maybe a very bright sort of turquoisey blue, perhaps? Not 100% on that. Don't think it goes well with the floor and the wall, does it? Doesn't seem to suit. We could go orange. Or like a burnt orange. Actually doesn't look too bad. I think I prefer it to the blue.
It looks freshly baked.
Blends into the wall a bit. But it does, it's a bit more in keeping with up here where the tones up here, I mean, obviously the toys are bright, but generally the tone up here is a bit more settled than downstairs. So I think I might go with this color. It's quick to change if I don't like it. It is a bit dark against the wall, but I think I'll go with that. That's not too bad. I'll need a big stock run, though, between the videos. That is for sure. Well, I'm going to have to buy a lot. I'll buy everything that I can. Well, I'll buy some pallets. We won't be able to get all pallets. But I'll get as much stock as I can of all of that stuff. More stuff. Alright, so that's done now. That's good. Right, so it's the end of the day. So the last thing for me to do today, then, is to expand that bakery a little bit. So, wide bakery shelf. I guess makes sense to have these. How many can you get on in a wide? Is that just 2 shelves? Is it just one of these? So then you can double up at the top, and because that's basically what I do anyway. I don't know if I can actually do that with this bakery because it's going to be so massive. Let's get 2 of those, and I'll have another couple of tray racks. I don't know how many I need, but we'll just get a couple anyway. We'll get those to come, because there is a lot of stuff. If you go into the bakery itself and just scroll down here, there's a lot of items in here. If I purchase... Oh. Now what do we want here? Do I want to go... I want to keep my breads and everything together, of course. We've already started down the bread road. So you'd want to keep all of that stuff together. I might do these out of order, I don't know. Or do them in order and then rearrange later. Would be the idea there. So yeah, that is basically double that, isn't it? So we'll have that like that for now. Hopefully he can still walk around here and get in. Or come from the other side. I'm sure he can. Let's copy that and... Wait, why isn't that copied? Why hasn't that copied? Look, to be honest with you, I quite like the orange. I like the contrast of the black and orange, to be honest. You know what? I quite like the orange bakery. I might change upstairs. I might have black upstairs for the sports goods, actually. I quite like the orange bakery. Well, that was an accident, but I quite like that. We'll have that. I don't know why my copy button didn't work. So I pressed copy there to copy the color, and it didn't work. I'll have to figure that one out. But happy accident, because actually... I prefer that. I prefer that a lot. So we'll probably... I might change... Well, I could keep the sporting goods that colour, but I might end up changing those. Anyway, so put these trays down here. These are all going to just run along like so. So yes, do I stick with bread or do we go into a different range? If I go with the breads, then it's scroll down territory, isn't it? And we go into having some of these, those perhaps, these. And we just stick having the breads. It makes sense to have the bread together, and then we'll have like a sweet section afterwards. It'll save me time in the long run by doing that. Because if I just buy loads of stuff, do I really want to have, you know, cakes and stuff mixed in at the moment? No, not really. So I'm going to purchase, there's no saying, of course, by purchasing these, that these are all going to be breads. But if we purchase these, see, why is there a croissant there? There's one here as well. Is that filled with something different? Let's have those, and let's see what that's actually given me. So that has given me bread rolls, Vienna rolls. Oh, a butter one, as opposed to a... What is the other one then? They're all butter. Are they made by layering butter over and over again and then putting it in the oven? Right, so that all works quite well, actually. So we'll have all of these. So let's just buy one of each of these. That 5 things. What did I spend there? Like 8 grand or something for 5 items? Right, so we'll have those come to the storefront. We'll get those on. And then that will be our work in progress for the next few videos. So, between the videos, I will try, if I can, and level us up a little bit more. So one more gets us some more ground floor space, which would be very handy for this bakery project. So I will try. That's not far away, actually. So I might be able to do that. And hopefully build up a bit of money behind us as well. So we can get started and do a bit more of this bakery going into the next video. Then we needlessly go upstairs for $31,000 before I can actually come back down and finish the bakery. And then we needlessly go upstairs again before I can come down and do a bit more of the grocery section perhaps and actually get the fruit and vegetables in. I really wish that this gets looked at in future. Because not only is it, I think, too expensive. Like, there's a lot of grind. If you want to get all the way down here and lay your store out how you wish, this is a big grind. Look at the price of these. Over 200 grand a piece. Like, that's a lot of money to just be sinking into a tiny bit of floor space. Just so you can have the look you want. These should be cheaper and be able to take them in any order and not be so massively level locked. Because all the way down here is, what are we getting to here? 226. Just so you can get that final bit of space. So if you want your store to look how you want, the only way to do it really is to cheat. I could do that. I could cheat this. And we could have all of this ready for the next episode. Easily. I could cheat the system and we could have a full store. But I'm trying not to cheat the series. So I'm playing this series completely straight. Rather than cheat. But you could cheat if you really wanted to. But I'm going to play it straight as far as I can. If it comes down to it and we get to this stage and I'm desperate for space, then maybe we'll cheat some of the later levels. But I'm going to stick it straight for now. But yeah, so we'll have that next time. I'll try and do as much as I can to level us up a little bit. It's just that there's not a lot of stuff I can do. So I'd make lots of long videos where we just level up. But to be honest with you, there won't be anything going on. Once you've got stuff on the shelves, that's kind of it. There's nothing else to really do. Now we've got unloaders and restockers. Basically, the only thing for me to do is stand around and watch. Which is why I don't just do lots of videos where we're just open in the store. Yeah, we could watch people walk around and shop for a little bit, but there's not really anything else to do at this stage. Right, you should bake it before placing it on the shelf. That's a good idea. Isn't that a good idea? A magnificent idea. You're right, I should bake it first. Olive bread. All right, let's bake. I haven't baked for ages. So how many of these do we want? Do we want to double go these? Depends how many you get on, doesn't it? Like I double gone where I've done lots of these chia seed rolls, just because you don't get many of those on, but everything else is just doubled. This is gonna look good. Where have we got like another baguette or something? We will double do those. Just rolls. This is kind of more of a rusticy looking loaf though, so we'll have this down there like so. Plenty of those on. Alright, so I don't think I've got any of these on, so we'll put these at the top there, and then just there. No, put the oven down. We'll have our rolls far end. Probably don't need to double stack those. I'm going to have to really work through this, aren't I? As to what needs double stacking and what doesn't. Croissants I'd like together. Because that obviously makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I've got just a bread roll there. Actually, I might put these. Something like that. And then bring these ones over as well. They're just a slight bit puffier, aren't they? That's pretty much the only difference. I'll put those down. These ones I want. I will say I do quite fancy one right now. I'd quite like to eat one. Alright, let's put these on here. Bake them. Right, so it's just which one it was this I don't think that's on the shelf. Or is it the seed? I think it's this one, isn't it? So if I grab a tray and put that just there. At least we've got a tray for everything. Didn't mean to do that, and now I can't take it off. Oh well. And that can come down here. So we'll leave that space. There we go, it's fine. It can go there. Let's put this one on. Take that off. I think that's everything on there, isn't it? So I'll rearrange that to make sure he's got plenty of stock on there. But we'll do that as we go. We'll leave an empty space just here for these because that's unnecessary. And I'll set some prices between the videos. And we'll carry this on next time. So that's what we'll be doing. It needs a floor down there, doesn't it? What kind of bakery floor should we have? What would look good in a bakery? I mean, we can carry on with the shop floor. We'll go with something a bit different. I think we'll have this. The one we used to use for our clothing section. I think that'll pop our nice orange bakery quite nicely. Yeah, so that'll do us then. So we will carry on with that next time. As I say, I'll do a little bit between the videos, get another wall taken down so we can actually do some of it and get a full bakery online. So we've not got loads of cash, but we've got enough that I can sink into it, hopefully. And like I said, by then I'll have more anyway. We'll get this largely finished, but I think we might need 3 expansions to get the bakery finished. Just because of the sheer amount of products, and obviously the shelving takes up quite a lot of room. Not only is it quite wide, but because you have to leave a gap each side, it does take up a fair bit of space. So we'll see how we go with it. but hopefully we'll get the bakery finished in the next one. And then we'll technically at that point be finished, but I'm thinking before I get that next video out, or even recorded, the next update will have come that brings a couple more licenses anyway, so we won't quite be finished, but we will be nearly finished. Get into the next day. You can get on with baking some stuff. Right, we'll leave it there. Yeah, we'll be busy in the next one with the bakery, and then we'll see where we head from there and what's available to us. So if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a like, consider subscribing to and joining the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you for another video very soon.